shouldn't, because there isn't any stress in this glass. Now, there's no stress in this glass because it's gone through a slow cooling process known as the annealing cycle. And all that annealing cycle is, in this case, once this bottle was formed into its final shape, when the glass is still pretty hot, it then went and it sat in an oven. The temperature in the oven was slowly lowered over a long period of time, which allows for all the molecules in the glass to relax and settle down, which prevents any stress from forming and makes it nice and stable. As we just saw though, I can add stress back into glass in the form of heat. So, I'll fire up my torch here. And as I heat this glass, you're going to notice a pattern of light and dark spots forming in the glass. That is stress. Remember, the point that I'm heating is trying to expand in all directions, while the rest of the glass is just too cool to move. That is an example of stress in glass. When we talk about stress in glass, though, there's actually a few different types of stress. The first type is known as compression or pushing stress. And no matter how hard I push on this block of foam, I'm not going to be able to break it. When I do this, I actually make the foam stronger. And glass is the same way. When glass is under compression stress, it becomes much stronger. In a few cases, it's almost indestructible. The second type of stress is known as tension or pulling stress. If I pull enough on this block of foam, it will just tear into pieces. And the same holds true with glass. Whenever glass is under tension stress, the pulling stress, it becomes much weaker. So now that you all understand a little bit about how stress works in glass, I can move on to what we're going to be breaking this afternoon. First up is a piece of ordinary window glass. Now this window glass has been annealed, so you won't see any stress. Then we use this type of glasses more than just our windows. We also anneal our drinking glasses, wine glasses, pickle jars, any art you might have around your house. That's all been annealed, which again makes it nice and stable. Secondly, I have a piece of laminate glass, but you all probably know it by its nickname, safety glass. All safety glass is two sheets of the first annealed glass with a piece of plastic that's been melted and sandwiched in between. Now again, since this piece has been annealed, you won't see any stress. As you'll see shortly though, the piece of plastic in between plays a very critical role in how this piece breaks. There we go. Thirdly, and my personal favorite, we have a piece of thermally tempered glass. Now, thermally tempered glass has the same chemical components, it's made of the same stuff as these first two, except that once this piece is cut into its final size and shape, it's then reheated till it just begins to soften, and then it's blasted on both sides with jets of cold air. What those jets do is they rapidly and uniformly cool the outside surfaces, which forms a layer of compression stress, while it traps the rest of the weaker tension stress on the inside. Now, because of that compression stress layer on the outside, this piece becomes much stronger. In fact, this piece is about 5 times stronger than either of those other two pieces of glass.
Wow.
And last, but certainly not least, I have a Bologna vial. Bologna vials are named after the city of Bologna in Italy. That's where they were first discovered and experimented with. The ones we break here are made here at the museum by our hot glass demo team between their shows. Now, the way that these hollow bulbs of glass are made is the glass blower takes a gather of molten glass on the end of a blowpipe. They blow an air bubble through the blowpipe into the glass, and then hang the blowpipe down, allowing it to droop and hang into this egg shape, and then they break off the end of the blowpipe and just leave it in the open air to cool. Now, as you can probably imagine, when something is left in the open air to cool, it cools unevenly, and uneven cooling forms stress.
Wow.
And there really isn't any practical purpose for a Bologna vial. We don't use them for anything. As you'll see shortly, though, they are a lot of fun to break. All right. Now, I know it can be difficult to see what's going on here in the case because there is some glare on the front. So if I direct your attention to the big screen, we do have some hidden cameras, so you can see the destruction firsthand. And now we get to break some stuff. But I don't really feel like doing this by myself. Would any of you like to come up here?
You want to go?
Break some glass?
Say you.
Put your hand in the white first. You want to come up?
Okay, sit.
All right. Now, you haven't broken anything here at the museum today, right? No. Okay, it's the right answer. Come on up. I need you to put those on just in case and Step over here to this side. All right, what's your name? Caitlin. You have broken glass before, right, Caitlin? You've never broken anything before? You've not broken glass? Okay. Well, we're going to break some stuff here today. Now, Caitlin, this works just like a pinball machine. You pull this back as far as you can and then just let go. So when you're ready, I want you to start over here at the end with the annealed glass. Just pull back and let go. All right. You sure you haven't done this before? Now, most of us have seen annealed glass break. If you've ever dropped a drinking glass or broken a window, you'll know that when it breaks into these unpredictable shards. And we don't want to use this type of glass in every application because while the annealing process does make this glass stable, when it breaks, it does break rather irregularly and it can be quite sharp. And I certainly don't want this type of glass in a sheet in front of me as I drive down the highway, because in the event of a car accident, these shards would become even more dangerous. So we don't use this type of glass as our windshields. What we use as our windshields is this next piece, the laminate glass. So go ahead, Caitlin, break that one. All right. Now this piece has broken into the same unpredictable shards as the first. Except as you can see, they're all held together by that piece of plastic. I can bend and twist this piece even, and none of those dangerous shards are going anywhere. This is what will keep you safe in the event of a car accident.
Wow.
In fact, Caitlin, we use this same technology in another type of glass. If we added more layers and thicker layers of glass and plastic, do you know what we would have? That's okay. If we added more layers to this piece, it would make it stronger. But around 7 layers of thick enough glass and plastic can stop a bullet. This is the same technology we use in our bullet-resistant glass. Again, it's just more layers and thicker layers of glass and plastic. I'm going to move on though, because Caitlin wants to break some more stuff. Next up is the thermally tempered glass, which I will remind you is 5 times stronger than either of those first two. So if you don't get through it in one shot, don't feel too bad. Whenever you're ready, give that one a whack. Caitlin, have you been working out recently? No? Well, no matter how strong you are, I probably should admit, we do cheat a little bit on this one to make sure that it breaks. What we've done is we've added a point to the end of this plunger. While this piece was 5 times stronger than either of the first two, it was only so strong because of the layers of compression stress that form on the outside. The point on the end punches through the compression stress into the weaker tension stress on the inside that causes it to break. Now, when thermally tempered glass breaks, it always breaks into these little cube-like fragments. Go ahead, grab a few of these here. See those? Now, these cubes are pretty cool because they are actually fairly safe. You'll notice I can run my fingers all over them, and I'm not going to get caught. Now, we use this type of glass in areas where we don't want the glass to break, where we want to be strong. But if it happens to break, it breaks as safely as possible. This is your shower doors, refrigerator shelving, basketball backboards, and it's also all the side and rear windows in your cars. All right, Caitlin, you certainly are very destructive. Last up is the Bologna vial. I have a nice steel rod here for you. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. 2 very quick rules, though. The first is that there is a bar down here at the bottom, a little catch. So you lift up, it hits the counter. Sometimes it slips out, and I don't want you to break the counter. We have more shows we have to do today. And when you grab, I want you to grab up at the top of the handle. If you grab around or below this ring, you'll pinch your finger. So whenever you're ready, I want you to grab here at the top, lift up, and slam back down as hard as you need to break that Bologna vial. Well, lift it up and just slam it down. You can hit it harder than that, can't you? Whenever you're ready, go ahead and break it. Come on, Caitlin, don't hold it.
I could do this both hands. Both hands. Both hands.
You can try both hands if you want.
So, chip come off of it.
Alright, I think she's on to me. We actually can't break the Bologna vial this way. We can't because of 2 characteristics about it. The first is because of how it cooled. When it cooled in the open air, the outside cooled very quickly, which formed incredibly tough layers of compression stress. And added onto that is the egg shape of the Bologna vial, which architecturally is very sound. However, Caitlin, this is the glass breaking demo. We do have to break everything up here. So if we can't break it with that steel rod, Do you think we can break it with this little wire?
No.
Yeah? Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the bologna ball in the same place as before, through the same thickness of the glass. But since it is hollow, we'll just try hitting it from the inside. So Caitlin, I'm going to line this up for you. And all I want you to do now is grab with 2 fingers and a pinch right on the wire. Just 2 fingers. And when I let go, I just want you to drop it, okay? Just let it go. Try that one last time.
Wow.
Now the reason it breaks this way,
That worked.
when it cooled in the open air, although the outside did cool very quickly, all the glass on the inside was still pretty warm. By the time the inside was ready to cool and contract, it was stuck to the outside. So it pulled itself tight with tension and stress. All it took was a tap or 2 to get it to break. Alright, Caitlin, you've done a fantastic job here for me this afternoon, destroying everything I have. And while it is fun to break a whole bunch of stuff, it certainly is much more fun to go home with a nice glass hummingbird made over at our flame working demo. And yet, since you've all seen how destructive you are, I think I should probably wrap it up so it makes it home in one piece. Can I get a round of applause for my assistant, please? That concludes the glass breaking demo. If you have any questions, I'll be up here for a few minutes cleaning up Caitlin's mess. If not, enjoy the rest of your afternoon here at the Corn Museum of Glass. Thank you.